Hello, good morning and welcome to this class, Liegel Group of Schools Exploring the Depth of Education. This is Form 3 Physics, where we will be looking at linear motion. Welcome, I'm your tutor, Julius Joseph Owino. Checking on linear motion is actually the study. It is, if you can check here, linear motion is the study of motion. Actually, linear motion, this is the study of motion, and linear motion is actually divided into two areas. That is the kinematics and the dynamics. So kinematics is actually deals with the study of the motion aspects only. Kinematics deals with the study of the motion aspects only, but dynamics are part of this. This with the study of just the motion and also the force associated with it. So kinematics check only the motion, but dynamics deals with the motion and also the force associated with it. The various types of motion include, we have linear motion, which is also called a translational motion. We also have the circular motion, which is actually also called the rotational motion. Then you also have the oscillatory or the vibrational motion. These types of motion, we'll be looking at them later on, but you will note that all motion is actually relative. The state of a body at rest or in motion is only true with respect to the observer's position. So determine whether a body is at rest or is in motion will be dependent on the observer's position. So before we continue further, we'll now need to look at some of the terms which we'll be using in this topic. Kindly subscribe to our channel. The various terms that we'll be using in this topic, they are around 5, and we'll need to understand in details where the various formulas will be used. These terms include distance. Distance is the length of the path covered by a body. You will note that distance gives us the magnitude but not direction. What this one tells you is that distance is a scalar quantity. We also have that term there, which we'll also be using, displacement. Displacement is actually the distance through which a body travels in a specified direction. So you'll note that this one, it is having an element of magnitude and at the same time direction. So displacement is actually a vector quantity. So distance and the displacement part, they are measured in meters. Then speed, from your screen, speed is the distance covered per unit time. So how do you get speed? Speed is distance over time, and that is we'll actually be doing some examples later on, the calculations on these areas. Remember that can be meters per second. Then we have velocity. Velocity is the rate of change of displacement. The rate of change of displacement, that is, to calculate velocity, we'll actually use the formula where we're looking at displacement over time. You will notice that when the rate of change of displacement is non-uniform, then we talk of average velocity. How to get average velocity? These ones will be covered in our next video. where we'll be looking at the formulas and some examples of the calculations touching on this area. So velocity and speed, they are both measured in meters per second. Then there's this other term, the last term here, which is acceleration. Acceleration is just the rate of change of velocity. It develops from velocity. So acceleration is just a change in velocity, which is calculated by final velocity minus initial velocity over time. We'll check that in our next video. So the acceleration is actually measured in meters per square seconds, and when we have a negative acceleration, that is what we actually term as deceleration. So in our next video, we will be looking at example calculation on how we can deal with all these three terms together with the various formulas. So actually keep being around. Don't forget to subscribe because more videos are coming. So these examples, specifically this one here on your screen, will be tackled in that video. So kindly remember to understand all the terms, but on the formulas we'll be giving you all the ones in our next video. I was your tutor, Julius Joseph. We meet in our next class.